What's up, everybody? We back with another message, another video. Thank you to all my new subscribers and future new subscribers. You know we do nothing here without God because everything is spiritually led by God over here. We cover the world from a spiritual and physical aspect to get the raw, real, and uncut answers. So anything you hear, anything you see, may you test the spirits, aka take the words and visuals back to God in prayer, as there are many Decepticons running around in the end times, sent from the enemy, all right? And that strong, close, and personal relationship with God is very important. So let's jump into it real quick today. March 25th dream that I received this morning slash last night. Okay. Uh, we're going to get into it. I was sitting in this class next to this girl and we were reading this book. So we had a test coming up, right? And it was the next day. So we read through this whole chapter. But you know how you skim through something and miss little details? Well, that's what happened. Came the test day. So test day, or what I say, little quick test, whatever, very short. There were questions on there that were very detailed that you would have missed if you just skimmed over it. And that's what happened. And time ran out, so we weren't able to finish it. And we had to grade our own. Or, you know how you pass it to the person and they grade yours, whatever. She said, take the red ink out, and everybody had to get the ones marked wrong that they ain't finished, like incorrect. And a lot of people didn't do well on it. And essentially she had no remorse taking them tests away and not finishing. No remorse for it. Like, it was just there, then boom, it's over. So the Lord said to me, many can read my word but miss many details or meanings. When my tests are given, they will catch you off guard. For my children, I help give them the answers and give enough time. So he's saying for people, this is the next part, for the people who don't have him or are being false. He's been talking to me about the false a lot. When tests are given to the false, they can skim over any word they want to or try to say that God led them to this scripture. But when the test day comes, the little details, they're not going to be able to fill out the answers to the question. So he's saying others read my word and they are of the enemy. There are little details they miss and that will expose the secrets of the enemy in them. So essentially exposing the false, whether it be teachers, prophets, ministers, all over. Okay. There are tests given that only my true can pass. When those tests are up, I will have zero remorse for the false that failed. The red ink will correct the wrong and further instruction will be written down upon their lives. So he's talking about judgment as further instructions written down upon their lives. He's been talking to me about the false a lot and how he's giving tests to show the total difference between the false and the, the true, the chosen. So in this next part of the dream, very short, this time around, it was the same class, but I had people around me and we were answering questions together. I had help. He says, in this next dream, I had help. So it was way more than enough time. And the teacher actually wasn't there. Instead, it was like somebody else. And we were to fill all this out. And it was like a test grade. So I filled it out with these people. And they were people that I knew, somebody I did it. But God tends to show me people I know of that were very nice to me and looked at me in a positive light to show that this is a dream from him. So just another tidbit. We were answering all these questions, right? And I was still worried about running out of time. And the Lord told me just then, don't be afraid. As long as you follow his guidance and instructions, you will be fine. So one of the first like 5 questions, it was like number 5 or 6 or something like that. Or number 4, whatever. I saw this helicopter. So I turned the paper over. As I was answering this question, I had to write on the back because the question it had like covered the page where I didn't have enough room to write. So I had to turn it over and write on this helicopter the answer. And on this helicopter, I saw like as if it was a point in time of history, but this history never happened before. So on the back, I saw USA and Russia. And I noticed on the back of this helicopter, like the background around it, it was snowy. So, this is what the Lord said. The U.S. and Russia. So just like that, the U.S. and Russia. He broke this up. It will happen that war strikes the U.S. History. A big boom. A big change. My children shall relax as the world suffers for the wrongdoers' decision making. These are the last warnings. Okay. So he's been telling me we're going to be just like, oh, snap, what's going on? And everybody going to be screaming and hollering. And we're going to just be sitting back like eating our dinners like, oh, snap. Dang. God wasn't playing, you know? So that is essentially the word for today. I just want to be really quick because I got stuff to do today. Thank you for listening and watching. I pray that you receive these messages with an open mind, open heart, open ears, so you can listen carefully. And I would advise you guys, if you're trying to tap into understanding of what God is showing you, that you write it down, you continuously ask the Lord and be patient. Okay, sit down and be patient. And listen in the spirit. God communicates in ways you may not understand, like downloads, mental downloads, communication, confirmation through your everyday life. So it's just important that you follow the instructions of the Lord, okay? Peace and blessings, and I will catch y'all in the next one on this rainy day.
He ran out of luck and now it's my time. Ain't no looking back, I'm on the right track.